All right. Hello again, baseball fans. It's been a while since we've done some McGraw League baseball, so we're going to jump into that, and then we're going to do a nightcap the 1911 project that we're doing in Baseball for Windows. So thank you. Been receiving a lot of good positive feedback. McGraw League, but also a lot of people letting me know how much they still love, or they, either love Baseball for Windows with Ernie Harwell, or people that are new to the game. So I had one commenter asking, will we be seeing more? Definitely, but also broadcasters from other eras, or other broadcasters. So just to remind you, I've shown them on the channel, and I'll do them again at some point. So Old Time Baseball features, you can choose between either Mel Allen or Kurt Gowdy. The Tony La Russa series has Hank Greenwald, Lon Simmons, and once again Mel Allen. So yeah, those will be coming up, and certainly all five of those guys way better than I am. All right, so it's been a while, and let's do this. So tonight's game is going to be the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies against the 1919 Cincinnati Reds. George Chalmers takes the hill for Philadelphia against Dutch Ruther for the Reds. So the Phillies overall 29-24 on the road. They are 12-12. The 1919 Cincinnati Reds playing 500 ball at 26-26. And at home, they are 15-9. The other games that we're going to sim out will be the 1905 New York Giants, 1916 Brooklyn Robins, 1906 Cubs, 1894 Baltimore Orioles, and the 1897 Boston Beaneaters, and the 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates. Then we'll sim out a week or two. Dwayne Martz joining us here at the ballpark for Game 1. Dwayne, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Going to give the Magic a little bit of a break tonight and do a little baseball. So here we go. Let's get on out to the Queen City. So, folks, if you're checking this afterwards or whatever, make sure to please subscribe to the Dwayne Martz YouTube network. Does lots of great stuff on there. Lots of great baseball, but it also does red, white, and blue racing, which a lot of people love. So do check that out as well. Dwayne, really, really good guy. Great guy in our community. So do check out his channel. Tons of content. The man is a streaming demon. And pretty soon, Dwayne and I, man, I've been so busy working on sleight of hand magic and stuff like that. So I promise you, Dwayne and I will coordinate. It's been my fault to coordinate our tutorial on how to play Status Pro Baseball inside Digital Diamond. So that'll be coming up on the channel soon, either this channel or Dwayne's. Don't know which. We'll work that out, or maybe we'll do them both. Such a great game. Maybe we'll just do the tutorial twice for some folks, for whatever. All right. For the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies, here is the starting lineup. At shortstop, Milt Stock. Batting second in center field, Dode Paskert. Batting third in right field, the home run king of the dead ball area, Gabby Cravath. Batting fourth at first base, Fred Lutteris. Batting fifth in left field, Possum Whitted. So interesting to see Possum over in left field. Batting sixth at third base, Bobby Byrne. Batting seventh and catching, Bill Killefer. Batting eighth at second base, Oscar Doogie. And pitching and batting ninth, George Chalmers. Chalmers in 17 games in the season is 7 wins, 9 losses, a 3.28 earned run average, 1.41 whip. His strikeouts per 9 inning is 2.6, and walks per 9 inning 3.1. For the hometown 1919 Cincinnati Reds, as Tim Klee, baseball fan, joins us, age 79. Another great channel, folks. Please subscribe to it. Tim does a lot of strat baseball, and it's always fun, always interesting. Trying to get Tim to do some more live streams. All right, leading off for the 1919 Cincinnati Reds at third base, Heine Grove. Batting second at second base, Maury Rath. Batting third in center field, Ed Roush. Batting fourth, first baseman, Pat Duncan. Batting fifth at shortstop, no relation to the great jazz musician, but nonetheless, Jimmy Smith. Batting sixth in left field, Rube Bressler. Batting seventh in right field, Greasy Neal. Batting eighth and catching, Bill Raridan. And batting ninth and pitching, Dutch Ruther. Ruther, in 17 games, he has 6 wins, 10 losses, a 3.82 earned run average, a whip of 1.29. Strikeouts per 9 innings, 2.4. Walks per 9 innings, 2.3. All right, the weather in Cincinnati at game time. First, our attendance, 2,653. It is 74 degrees and cloudy. The wind is blowing out to right at 9 miles per hour. So let's get started finally here. It says live streaming for chatting, potentially live streaming games, not in the cards. No pun intended at this time. Love to have you do like a baseball chat live, Tim. I think it'd be amazing. All right, so Dutch Ruther ready to go, taking his warm-up pitches. Milt Stock in the box. So welcome to Cincinnati. This league normalized to the year 1900. So we do our little pan around here of Redland Field in Cincinnati, Ohio. The count, 1 ball, no strikes on Stock. And he swings and shoots this one right up the middle. So Philadelphia, wasting no time in a 1-0 count, Milt Stock lines this one through the middle for a base hit. So Stock, pretty good speed there at first base, and brings up Dode Paskard starting in center field tonight, hitting .250, 14 runs batted in, and a home run. Stock kind of stealthily moving off of first. Lefty Ruther checks the runner. Here's the pitch, and the runner's off to the races. Perfectly executed bunt down the first base line. So Milt Stock makes it to second. Beautiful bunt. And here comes Gavy Cravath. So 4 home runs in the season. He's hit 28, has 28 runs batted in, hitting .230 for Cravath, who would become a judge. Very, very educated man. Ruther deals. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Cravath looks like it just nipped him off the jersey, and the man in blue says, take your base. Jocko Conlon behind the plate tonight, just one umpire for this game. Here's Fred Lutteris now, batting in the 4th slot, hitting a healthy 303 in the season with 25 runs batted in. He has 3 home runs. 1 out here in the top of the first. Milt Stock at second, trailing him, Gavy Cravath. Tim says in 2024 baseball, the White Sox have pushed over the 1962 Mets for most losses in the season. Oh, ouch. I know the White Sox are just, and it was a few weeks ago, Jerry Reinsdorf said, we are not pleased with this. I was like, really, Jerry? Talk about understatement. Oh, my goodness. So what a dubious distinction for the 2024 Chicago White Sox. Ouch. All right, Lefty Ruther 3-0 behind Lutteris, and he loses Lutteris. So the bases are loaded up with 1 down, and it brings up Possum Whitted. Whitted, quite a capable defender, but not doing so bad at the bat this year either. .278 in the McGraw League with 20 runs batted in, including a home run. Stock at third, Cravath at second, and Lutteris at first. No place to put the Possum. Looking for 2 here. Here's the pitch. Whitted swings and line to short. Beautiful job for the 3rd out there. Beautiful job there by Jimmy Smith. All right. So Philadelphia leaves them loaded, just manages a hit. We go to the bottom of the 1st, and it's Philadelphia nothing in the 1919 Reds coming to bat. Heine Groh will lead things off here. Heine hitting a good .319 clip. 34 runs batted in for him. All right, the 1-2 pitch on the way from George Chalmers. And Groh swings this one, just a little tapper back to the mound. Chalmers up with it. Oh, but bad throw to first. Bad throw to first. Score that one, E1. And the Speedy Heidi Groh is on first for the Reds. All right, here comes Maury Rath now. Maury hitting .282, second baseman for these Reds, 18 runs batted in. Rath showing bunt on the first pitch, pulls back. Count 0-1. Rath showing bunt again and misses. 2-2. Swung on. This could get down. I don't know, out in center field. Nope. It's going to hold up there. And Dode Paskard will range to his right, calling off Possum Whitted to make the catch for 1 out. Heine Groh scampers back to first. And John DFW joining us here at Redland Field. How you doing, John? Hope all is well, man. All right, here's Hall of Famer Ed Roush. Roush hitting 331, 22 runs batted in, a home run. Roush deciding his contract was honorable this year. So Ed Roush, if you read about him, is a famous holdout for the money, kind of prototype of the modern baseball player. Count full on Roush. Roush, little excuse me, swing to center, and that one right down into the glove of Dode Pasker. So center fielder flies out to center fielder for the second out of the inning. And here comes the first baseman, Pat Duncan. Duncan hitting 312, 23 runs batted in. So good hitting pretty much all the way up and down the Cincinnati lineup. Probably the weakest one here would be the catcher, Bill Raritan. But Cincinnati playing some good ball this year. All right. 2 down, McGraw at first. No score here at Redland Field. Duncan, and there goes the runner. The throw down, and McGraw has himself his 9th stolen base of the season. So the Reds get one into scoring position. Duncan back in the box. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Duncan swings, routine grounder to short, and up and over with that is Milt Stock. Side retired, no runs, no hits. There was an error, which didn't come back and bite anybody, didn't bite the Phillies. We go to the top of the second, and we are scoreless. Bobby Byrne will lead things off, then Bill Killefer and Oscar Doogie. Little dead ball action here. We'll be following this with Ernie Harwell, continuing our 1911 project, and I think we'll be seeing, I'm hoping, we will be seeing Walter Johnson tonight take the hill for the Washington 9. All right, Bobby Byrne hitting 268 with 8 runs batted in. 2-2 pitch on Byrne. Byrne cuts and misses on the changeup. Dutch Ruther bringing the old pull the string trick. So 1 away now for Bill Killefer. Killefer hitting 211 this season. He has batted in 10. Count full. Here's the pitch from Chalmers. Killefer swings and dumps this one. Little blooper into right field. Base hit. Tomorrow in the Philadelphia Inquirer, that's going to read like a screaming line drive. Killefer, with good speed for a catcher, is on at first, and it brings up Oscar Doogie, the second baseman, hitting just 214, a run batted in for him, seeing some limited action here for the 1915 Phillies. All right, so Ruther checks Killefer at first. The count, no balls, 1 strike. And this one, just a number back to the mound, and the throw to second is not going to be in time. Oh, no, they do get Ruther. That was. So Ruther gets it, and they get Killefer. That was a close play at second. Probably our Super Stats replay won't show it as close, but it certainly looked that way here. Let's watch this. So little hesitation there by Dutch Ruther. I don't know. He looks safe to me, but Jocko Conlon running out there and calls him out. So 2 away. And the fielder's choice, Oscar Doogie, on at first, has a bit more speed, and here's George Chalmers. Chalmers hitting 200 in the season with 3 runs batted in. 3 balls, no strikes. Chalmers, good eye up there, will take another wide one for ball 4. So Philadelphia with 2 on here in the top of the second, and brings up Milt Stock in the top of the order, who's 1 for 1 in this game. Opened it up with a single. He swings, hard grounder to third, and that will do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Phillies strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and we are scoreless. Jimmy Smith, Rube Bressler, and Greasy Neal due up for the 1919 Cincinnati Reds. World champions in 1919. Of course, not to take anything away from them, but had the White Sox not thrown the series, I don't think Cincinnati, as good of a team as they are, I don't think they really would have had a chance against the Black Sox. But there you go. Although I'd like to some night during a baseball chinwag pick probably Baseball for Windows because it does the fastest season replay. Set up 1919, put in the actual schedule, and let it rip, and then maybe run it through a couple other baseball sims. It'd be kind of fun just to watch 1919 play out and see. Always could go back to backtobaseball.com and do it too. Just to see what the percentage would be. I've done it automatically a few times in a few programs, and the White Sox do tend to win the World Series more than the Reds. But not to take anything away from this team, they were tough. All right, here's Jimmy Smith now. Jimmy Smith is hitting 239 with 30 runs batted in. George Chalmers ready to deal the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the lefty Smith swings and dumps this one into left field. All right, so first hit for Cincinnati in the game. And that will bring up Rube Bressler. Bressler hitting 238. He has 15 runs batted in, including a home run. Johnson's just got off the phone with your parents in South Carolina. They are still without power. Oh, my God. So, yeah, guys, prayers for everybody down there in the wake of Hurricane Helene. And I heard there's a couple more brewing, one in the Gulf, one in the Atlantic Ocean side. So if you have some family, you have friends down there in those states, make sure they're all right, please. Let's put aside all the nonsense of what's going on in politics. This is not a political issue. Let's make sure our loved ones, our friends are all right. John, let's hope, they get their power back soon, my friend. All right, here's Rube Bressler now in the box. Bressler, first pitch swinging, bunt. The runner was in motion. Bressler's going to go to first. Bad throw to first. And how about it? Bressler safe on the error. Safe on the error. Second error for the Philadelphia Phillies in this game. And welcome in to Cousin Ken Castro, heart and soul of this channel, and, of course, the redoubtable Professor. The erstwhile Clinton is anything but erstwhile. But anyhow, welcome, Professor. John says that his parents are good, thanks. Just hot in the house. I can only imagine. Greasy Neo now hitting 255, 17 ribbies, including a home run. All right. Here we go. Here's the pitch. And they had a little hit and run action going. Good bunt by Neal to move the runners up. Beautiful dead ball tactics there. So Jimmy Smith moves to third in a play. Bressler in second. So Cincinnati threatening here with 1 out. First base open. Bill Raritan steps to the dish. Hitting 226 in the season. We mentioned the lowest batting average in this primary order of the 1919 Reds. But with first base open, Will Chalmers walked Raritan to get to Dutch Ruther. Here we go. Infield normal. Raritan swings it to first pitch. And this one line, Cravath has it. Here's the throw to the plate. The tag not in time. So a little bit of station-to-station baseball gives the 1919 Cincinnati Reds a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Yeah, absolutely, Clinton. Glad to see many are safe. Yeah, that's because some people didn't make it. So we just keep our prayers. Again, this is not a blue or red issue. This is about people's lives. So and heartening to see how I was reading looking at a story today. A lot of folks in the New England states reaching out to our sisters and brothers down there in the South. That's what America is really, really about, is how we come out and help each other. So, all right. So Dutch Ruther here with 2 down and a run in for Cincinnati. Ruther hitting 200 in the season with 7 runs batted in. Here's the wind and the pitch. And this one hit deep to center field, but Dode Paskert gets on his horse and pulls it down, pops it in the saddlebag, and that is it. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. And it's now 1-0 as we head to the top of the third here at Redland Field. Thanks, guys, for being patient with me as I'm just working so hard on getting the sleight of hand stuff going and everything like that. That these live this McGraw League's kind of taken a little back seat, but I hope to kind of divvy out some nights. But again, stay tuned for 1911 after this. Hopefully, Walter Johnson will be taking the mound, and Ernie Harwell, much better broadcaster than I, will be announcing. Dode Paskert, Gabby Cravath, and Fred Lutteris due up here for the Philadelphia Phillies of 1915 here in the top of the third inning. Paskert walked his last time up. The 2-0 pitch. Paskert swings, sinking liner to center field, but Ed Roush shows why he's a Hall of Famer and makes that play look nice and easy. 1 up, 1 down now for Cravath. 1-2 pitch. He was kind of nipped on the jersey last time. Up, and this time dumps one into left field. Base hit. Nice little flare there. Bressler trying to make a stab at that ball, but knows that if it gets past him, Cravath easily makes third. So wise play out there in left field by Rube. All right, brings up Fred Lutteris now. Lutteris, the home run king for these Philadelphia Phillies with 3 thus far in the season. Cravath at first, 1 away, the 1-2 pitch, and he swings. This one line to left, but beautiful play out there, ranging to his left, Rube Bressler, and gets the ball back in quickly. So Cravath gets back to first, 2 away now for Possum Whitted, 0-1. Seen Possum in some other projects we've done here in the channel, and a very, very capable fielder. Good at the bat this year, too. There's the pitch out. Nothing going. The knuckleball. And Gabby Cravath has stolen base number 8. So Raritan having to wait for the floater to come in from Dutch Ruther. And by that time, Cravath, not dusting himself off, is standing at the Keystone sack. So 2 away, 1 in scoring position. Philadelphia looking to tie this one up. Whitted back in the box in the 1-1 pitch on the way. Whitted swings. And slow grounder to short. Low throw there by Jimmy Smith, who made a great play earlier in the game, but score that one E6. And that is going to be the first Cincinnati error of the game. So 3 errors in the game if you're making book on this. And that brings up Bobby Byrne, who's 0-1. 2 on, 2 out, runners at the corners for the Philadelphia Phillies. Ruther from the stretch, and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and slow roller to third. Long throw across the diamond by Heine Groh. Side retire. The Philadelphia Phillies waste 2 base runners. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's the Reds 1 and the Phillies 0. What exactly the McGraw League? So that's what you're watching right here. So it's part of a project that Bernie Strom and I are doing, John, called the Mac McGraw League. So Bernie picked 8 teams from the American League dead ball era, and I picked 8 teams from the National League dead ball era, playing through the season. And then at the end of it, we'll have a World Series, the best team in the National League against the best team in the American League. We're letting the AI do both. And then we're going to meet up in a World Series, whoever has the better record will start. So one game, like game 1 would be, let's say on Bernie's channel, game 2 on mine, and we're going to do it over. It'll be in good dead ball fashion. It's going to be a best of 9 World Series. So the McGraw League is the National League, Mac League is Bernie's, and that's the American League. So his is interesting because he picked 3 Philadelphia Athletics teams, and interestingly, he picked 1910 and 1911. So last I checked, and had those 2 teams are at the top. They're basically the same team, but Bernie wanted to try a little experimentation. And to be fair, because it's modern baseball and it's dead ball, because I had National League, I could go back to 1893. So I had a few more years to pick from than Bernie. So we shall see what we shall see. All right, Heine Groh, we're at the top of the order here for the 1919 Reds in the bottom of the 3rd. This is kind of a precursor to the next Ned McGreevy League. Then Maury Rath and Ed Roush. And you guys already know McGreevy is going to be expanded, and it's going to be done in out-of-the-park baseball. But we're going to allow a little wrinkle this year, is we're going to allow people to use the player development tool in out-of-the-park baseball. So spice it up a little bit. I'm not expecting as many people as they have in the Fields of Dreams League, and who knows, if not, McGreevy will be coming, and we're going to do it anyhow. And if nobody joins, I'll just, say, this guy's kind of sucking this year. I'm kind of use the player development tool. If you haven't used that now, the park baseball, I strongly urge you to give it a try. It's excellent. Even I don't care if you're doing a season replay, something like this or whatever. It doesn't work in tournament mode, but it works in the main game mode. All right. With that being said, here's Heine Groh now. He is 0-1. The 2-1 delivery on the way from Chalmers. And Groh, that takes this one right up the middle, base hit. All right. So Cincinnati picks up its second base hit of the game. It brings up the second baseman, Maury Rath, who is 0-1. Here's the pitch. And Groh on his way, bunted back to the mound. The only place they're going to go is first base. And I will say it again, out of the park baseball plays dead ball baseball perfectly. It's 25th sacrifice from Maury Rath on the year, and Grow will move into scoring position with 1 down. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Welcome into the channel. Welcome to the family. So John says he's used it, but not with good development results. So, yeah, I decided I nothing wrong with Action PC Baseball. Love the game. But I wanted to do something different. And because they're, especially with Dead Ball, even though this game plays it, I think, damn near perfectly out of the box, Action PC doesn't let you get down as deeply in the player level as Out of the Park does. So this way, I'll just use Cousin Ken, for example, right? He's going to, I want Sliding Billy to steal more. I want him to work a little bit more on this and whatever. So have the chance to do that. And John's right. I mean, there's just so many more options. And to be fair, I mean, Action PC it's deep too. So I would say Action PC is the depth of the Atlantic Ocean. This thing is the depth of the Pacific Ocean. So I'm going to give it a go. And it's a lot less sort of a commitment, I guess, if you will, than say what they're doing. I think what they're doing in Fields of Dreams is really good. This one, I'm trying to make this one as it's more front loading. Do your research. And again, as it comes closer, again, I'll explain how the next McGreevy League is going to be different from the other ones we did. Ed Roush, nothing for 1. 1-1 pitch. Roush checks his swing, and that throw down to third. How about it? And, whoa, what do we have here? So the throw gets away. McGraw was stealing third, and it was a bad throw. And so Killefer, with the bad throw down to third, that's his third error on the play. Let's look at that one again. I'm busy here chin-wagging about what's going on with McGreevy, missing a great play. All right, so Grow is going down, and bad throw. This one gets in the outfield. Or I'm sorry, Killefer with a bad throw, and McGraw scores, and Cincinnati takes a 2-0 lead. D. Scott Howard's joining us here. He says he's at Washington Western University volleyball. Can't hear you over the noisy crowd. Well, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in anyhow. Just like young girls, technically they're women, Clinton, says Cousin Ken. All right. Base is empty, 2-0 Cincinnati. And here comes Ed Roush now, 0-1. George Chalmers wheels and deals the 2-1 pitch. Roush swings. High pop fly on the infield side. And Oscar Doogie, the second baseman for the Philadelphia Phillies, will pull that down for out number 2. All right, here's first baseman Pat Duncan now. Duncan, 0-1 in the contest. The count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Grounded out to short his last time up. And a little dying quail into center field. Base hit. Third hit for the 1919 Cincinnati Reds here. And that brings up Jimmy Smith, 1-1. And the count 1-1. Smith swings. Hard grounder to third. And plenty of time for Bobby Byrne. One nice easy motion. Fires onto second to retire the side. But a run scores on the Bill Raritan error for the Cincinnati Reds. It's 2-0 as we head to the top of the fourth here in McGraw League action. Bill Killefer, Oscar Doogie, and George Chalmers due up for the 1915 Fightin' Phils. Dutch Ruther has struck out 1, walked 2 in 3 innings of work. The 0-1 pitch to Killefer. Killefer, grounder to short. And this one is going to end up as another Jimmy Smith error. Ouch. So Jimmy Smith has 21 errors thus far this year at short. Bill Killefer on at first, and here's Oscar Doogie now. So the Philadelphia Phillies really need to try to capitalize, wasting some base runners here, baseball fans. Doogie 0-1. The 2-1 pitch, he swings, and this one just a little number back to the mound. And they're going to go to second. Ruther has it, and they get him. So there's going to be no throw as Killefer comes in with a hard slide. So fielder's choice, 1 down, and Oscar Doogie on the first for the pitcher George Chalmers. Looks like Chalmers will stay in to hit. Count full. Chalmers, swing and a miss. And a little floater there by Dutch Ruther, so he rings up his second batter of the game. 2 down. So the Phillies earlier in the game left him jammed up and did nothing. Back at the top of the order now for Milt Stock, who is 1 for 2. But 1 pitch, Stock swings, sinking liner into left, measuring it up, and gloving it is Rube Bressler. So Philadelphia, there was an error. The Phillies once again don't cash in. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still the 1919 Reds 2, the 1915 Phillies nothing. So we need instant replay. We have it here, Sean. We have it here. We just need a good one again to have one. So welcome in, Sean. If you're new to the family, once you come to the channel 3 times, you get yourself a moderator's wrench as a thank you. And, for joining. We have a great family here. So, Sean, please do subscribe to, we have Clay Baseball Fan 879 here, Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. This is a great community, and certainly we can give you an invite to our Ned McGreevy Discord. Thankfully, I'd like to thank John DFW for keeping that alive. We're going to be needing it again soon. All right. Rube Bressler, Greasy Neal, and Bill Raritan due up for the 1919 Reds. All right, Bressler in the game was safe on an error last time. 3-1 pitch, and this one sort of just slapped out to second. Oscar Doogie on the 4-3 put out. 1 up, 1 down now for Greasy Neal. Neal sacrifices last time up. 1-2 pitch, and Neal hit by the pitch. Didn't hurt too much. A little change up there. So Greasy Neal on at first, and he's got some decent speed. Here's Bill Raritan. 1-1 pitch. Raritan swings, grounded deep to short, and this one is booted by Milt Stock. So shortstop's having a rough time today. That's going to be the 4th error by the Philadelphia Phillies. 2 on, 1 out. Greasy Neal at second, Raritan at first. We'll do a little instant replay. Let's see what happened there with Stock. Might have just hit off the edge of the glove. Yep, that's exactly what happened. All right. Brings up Dutch Ruther now. Philadelphia not going to its bench. They're going to allow Dutch to hit here. Still a close ball game. Count full. Ruther swings and misses. This time, George Chalmers coming with the heat. All right, 2 away. Here's Heine Grow now. We're back at the top of the order. Swinging a hot bat of late, and he is 1 for 2 today. Count full. Grow swings. Hard ground ball to second. And high throw there by Oscar Doogie, but they do get the 4-3 put out. No runs, no hits, and errors, and 2 left on. Cincinnati holding on to a 2-0 lead. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Philadelphia will send up Dode Paskard, Gabby Cravath, and Fred Lutteris. Dode Paskard, 0 for 1. Dutch Ruther, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks through 4. The count full on Paskard. Paskard cuts on this one, liner to left. This will hang up there. And Rube Bressler will reel her in for out number 1. Gabby Cravath, 1 for 1. The count full on Cravath. Cut on. And this one's going to float out into right field. And Greasy Neal says, I got it. And he's got it. All right, here's Fred Lutteris. The Phillies needing to get something going here. Dutch Ruther pitching a 3-hitter thus far. Lutteris swings. Hard hit ground ball down toward first, and Pat Duncan will take that one unassisted. The Phillies go. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is still Cincinnati leading Philadelphia 2-0. It'll be Maury Rath, Ed Roush, and Pat Duncan for the 1919 Reds. Rath 0 for 1 in the game. Count full, and Rath looks at one low and inside. So good eye up there. Brings up Ed Roush now, the Hall of Famer, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch, and Roush winds this one up the middle. Base hit. And going all the way to third is Maury Rath with a head-first slide. Ends up at third, and Ed Roush moving to second on the play. So here come the Reds again, making some noise here in Porkopolis as Pat Duncan steps in. Duncan in the number 4 slot here for Cincinnati. Duncan 1 for 2. Maury Rath at third, trailing him. Ed Roush at second. The 2-1 delivery on the way from George Chalmers. This one grounded to first. They're going to come home. The throw is offline, but no, they get him on the tag coming down the baseline. Beautiful play there by Lutteris gunning home. We got to look at that one again. Yes, we do. I thought for sure he was safe. So let's see if we can catch this, throw it home. I guess he got the tag down. There we go. All right. So George Chalmers with the doff of the cap there to his first baseman. Runners at first and third, one away for Jimmy Smith. Jimmy would like to atone for the errors. He is 1 for 2 here. A chance to tally another one here for Cincinnati. The 1-2 pitch from the stretch. Jimmy Smith sends this out to left field toward the line. And that's going to be Possum-Witted with a lot of range out there making the catch. Ed Roush not going to chance it with Witted coming in on that ball. So 2 away. George Chalmers just needs to get past Rube Bressler, who's nothing for 1. Count full on Bressler, who swings. And is this going to get down? It will not. The wind helping that ball. Cravath has it for the final out. So Cincinnati does not capitalize. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 1919 Reds still with that 2-0 lead. Dutch Ruther to face Possum-Witted, Bobby Byrne, and Bill Killefer, the number 5, 6, 7 hitters. All right, Witted 0 for 2 in the game. Ruther with 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. 3-1 pitch. Witted swings, and this one lined hard into right field, base hit. So the Phillies will bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Bobby Byrne. Bobby Byrne not known for his power. Pretty good contact hitter, but 0 for 2 in the contest today. Ahead in the count, 3-1, and he's going to take one inside and low for ball 4. Dutch Ruther missing with the floater that time. And here comes Reindeer Bill, 1 for 2. Good bunt back to the mound, and they're going to go to third for the lead runner, and they're not going to get it done. So Ruther trying to get the fleet-footed Possum-Witted, and instead we have bases loaded. And here comes Oscar Doogie. So once again, now Philadelphia putting itself in the driver's seat. But does Philadelphia have somebody outside the Chalmers ready to turn the crank here? That's going to be Oscar Doogie's job. Doogie 0 for 2. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Doogie swings. Will this be enough? And no, it won't. This one will pop out just to center field. And Jocko Conlon calling the infield fly rule. So 1 away, bases loaded. And here's George Chalmers. And Philadelphia not making a substitution here, interestingly enough. And now Cincinnati can look for the double play ball. Here's the pitch. Chalmers swings in the first pitch to second. Throw home. And do they get him? Raritan, no chance for the double play, so they do cut off the run at home. Bases are still loaded. And Dutch Ruther and the Cincinnati 9 looking to get out of this one now. This will be the second time Philadelphia leaves the bases loaded unless Milt Stock gets something done. Bobby Byrne at third, Reindeer Bill Killefer at second, and George Chalmers at first. Milt Stock 1 for 3 in the game. Here we go. Stock is hit by the pitch. Dutch Ruther. How about that? So fastball coming in there, and Philadelphia gets on the board courtesy of the hit batsman. Brings up Dode Paskert now, who is 0 for 2. Ruther surrounded by Quakers here. The 1-0 pitch. Paskert swings, sinking liner to center field, down into the glove of Ed Roush. But the Philadelphia Phillies do pick up a run on a gift, once again, leaving them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 1919 Reds 2, the 1915 Phils 1. Not many Ks. Interesting. So, yeah, Sean, neither of these two pitchers are really, really overpowering strikeout pitchers. So let's just take a look at here. We'll look at the real-life stats here for George Chalmers, who played from 1910 to 1916, played his entire career with the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's look at his pitching. So you can see his best year was 1911. He had 101 strikeouts and just 4.4 strikeouts per 9 innings. So really not, we're not talking like a, Walter Johnson, Rube Waddell matchup here. And Dutch Ruther, not really known as a strong strikeout pitcher either. But good catch. Good ball game here, 2-1. Now, what is characteristic of dead ball is the high amount of errors here. 6 so far. Both teams tied in hits. All right. So here's Greasy Neal to start things off. The 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Cincinnati: Neal, Raritan, and Ruther. All right. George Chalmers has a strikeout and a walk through 5 innings of work. He's at 94 pitches. A lot of fuel left in the tank. The 1-0 pitch. Neal swings. Routine ground ball to short. And up with it in plenty of time. Milt Stock making the 6-3 putout. So 1 up, 1 down now for Reindeer Bill Raritan. Of course, I could be confusing him with Reindeer Bill Killefer. So there you go. All right, Raritan, 0-for-1, has an RBI, the 2-0 pitch. Last time, Aaron, the shortstop. This time, routine grounded first. And Lutterus will trot to the bag himself. Take that one, 3 unassisted. Here's Dutch Ruther now, 0-for-2. 0-1 pitch on the way to Dutch. And this one, lined past third into left field, base hits. So Ruther helping his own cause here, picking up the 5th Cincinnati hit. Bobby Byrne, that one just gets under the tiny webbing of that little dead ball piece of leather they wanted to call a mitt back then. All right, back at the top of the order for Heine Groh, 1-for-3. Cincinnati looking for more here. Groh swings, routine ground ball, 1 hopper to first. Lutterus will take it to the bag himself, and Cincinnati strands 1. We go to the top of the 7th inning, and the score remains Cincinnati 2, Philadelphia 1. All right, the number 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Fightin' Phils: Cravath, Lutterus, and Whitted. Gavi is 1-for-2 in the game. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. Flight out to Greasy Neal his last time up, and takes this one outside. Ball 4. So the knuckleball missing there by Dutch. And Philadelphia with a runner on for Fred Lutterus. 0-for-2 today. 3-1 pitch. And Lutterus is going to take this one outside. How about it? So that's the 5th walk issued by Dutch Ruther. So the last inning, of course, the hit batsman put Philadelphia on the board. Prior to that, Ruther pitching a beautiful shutout, but close ball game here. Again, Philadelphia has left him loaded twice in this contest. All right, Possum Whitted, 1-for-3, 2 on. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Possum swings and base hit up the middle. And this should tie the ball game. The throw comes home. The tag not in time. Possum Whitted comes through clutch here with an RBI single, and the Phils in the top of the 7th tie it up. All right, as Tim says, we're talking about Nebraska. There we go, talking about some the volleyball and football. So let's look at George. We already looked at Chalmers. Let's look at Ruther's stats too, as a pitcher. So again, much longer career. 1917 to 1927. So he started in 1917 with Chicago Cubs, was traded to the Cincinnati Reds, hung out with them until 1921, went to the Brooklyn Robins, then a couple years with the Washington Senators, finished out with the Yankees in 1927. Ruther, pretty good career numbers, 137 wins, 95 losses. So 3.1, or I'm sorry, yeah, where are we here? So in 1919, just 2.9 strikeouts per innings. His best year in terms of that ratio would have been the previous year, 1918, for him. Lifetime strikeouts for Dutch Ruther, 708. So again, neither of these pitchers are really dominant in the strikeout department, would rather let their defense do the job. But pretty respectable numbers here for Dutch. So an ERA plus, nothing spectacular of just 106, but a lifetime ERA of lifetime ERA, there it is. Pretty high for a dead baller. So a career ERA of 3.50. So neither of these two dominant, but fairly matched. At least in 19, their 2 years we're playing. All right, 2 on, nobody out. So Philadelphia trying to put something together here. They've tied it up. Possum Whitted coming through big time. Here's Bobby Byrne, 0-for-2. walked his last time up. This one grounded to short, diving stop at short, and then a bad throw by Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith errors again. Oh, my God. All right, so Cincinnati, third error in the game, and the bases are loaded again for the Philadelphia Phillies. And here's Bill Killefer. Killefer, 1 for 2. So Lutterus at third, Whitted at second, Byrne at first. 2-2, you're scored in the top of the seventh here at Redland Field in Cincinnati. 2-1 pitch on the way to Killefer. Killefer swings, grounder, slow grounder to second. They come home, and they get Lutterus. Throw to first. They're not going to turn the double play, but getting the out at home in a ball game like this, pretty smart. Base is still loaded. A chance for Oscar Doogie to do something here, but sitting on the dreaded 0 for 3 bubble. 2-5-4 for the Phillies. 2-5-3 for the Reds. Bases sold out. Here's the pitch. Doogie swings in the first pitch. This is a big league pop fly on the infield. Calling for it and bringing it down is Maury Rath. So 2 down. Will Philadelphia waste yet another bases loaded situation? George Chalmers still in the game, 0 for 2. 1-2 pitch on the way to Chalmers. Chalmers cuts and misses. And once again, the Philadelphia Phillies leave him stranded. They do pick up a hit. There was an error. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning. And by this time, we were singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, so take me out to the ball game if you'd like to sing it. All right, 7 people watching Dead Ball Baseball. Thank you very much. All right, the number 2, 3, 4 hitters do up Maury Rath, Ed Roush, and Pat Duncan. Maury Rath, 0 for 1 in the game. George Chalmers has fanned one and given up 1 free pass. Here is the pitch to Chalmers, who walked his last time up. Or from Chalmers, I'm sorry. All right, Maury Rath, who walked the last time up, has a nice little base hit, number 6 here for Cincinnati. Brings up the Hall of Famer Ed Roush, 1 for 3. 1-2 pitch to the center fielder and sinking liner to left. Nice play out there, possum-witted. This guy is like a Hoover out there. So Rath scampers back to first. Here comes Pat Duncan digging in from the right-hand side. He is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Duncan swings, line drive, base hit into right field. So 2 on here in the bottom of the 7th for Cincinnati. Maury Rath thought about third, but Cravath too shallow on that ball. So 2 on for Cincinnati. 1 away for Jimmy Smith. He is just having a hell of a time out there at shortstop today. So Jimmy looking to come through large here for the Queen City 9. Here's the pitch. And Jimmy swings, lined right to second, and they throw, and they turn 2. Oh, my goodness gracious. So Cincinnati gets doubled off. Philadelphia's loving that. We go to the top of the 8th. We are knotted at 2. It'll be the leadoff hitter, Milt Stock, followed by Doe Paskert and Gabby Cravath. Chance for Philadelphia's got to get something going here. I think they've left like 12 men now. 3 bases loaded situation. And I think they've had a couple other, I think at least 3 or 4 more runners left on. So Philadelphia, a lot of wasted opportunity right now. Dutch Ruther with a hit batsman, 5 walks and 3 strikeouts. Milt Stock is 1 for 3 with an RBI. 2-1 pitch. Stock swings, and this one, hard hit out into left field, but Rube Bressler gallops over for it and pulls it down. So 1 up, 1 away for the center fielder, Doe Paskert, who is 0 for 3. 0-2 pitch. Lined out with the bases loaded last time up. Paskert, a little hard hit ground ball up the first base line. Pat Duncan will take it to the bag himself. 2 Phillies up, 2 Phillies down for Gabby Cravath. 1 for 2. The count 1-0 on Gabby. Single and a walk in this game. Cravath swings. Long fly ball center field, but down into the glove of Ed Roush. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Philadelphia Phillies. We head to the home half of the 8th inning, and we are knotted at 2 here in the McGraw League. Cousin Ken giving it his stamp of approval. Real good ball game here, he says, and I agree. A little messy in the error side, but again, welcome to Dead Ball. 2-5-4 for the Phillies of 1915, 2-7-3 for the Reds of 1919. Rube Bressler, Greasy Neal, and Bill Raridan duo. George Chalmers, ready to deal. Bressler cuts on the first pitch, routine grounder to second base. Not a problem for Oscar Doogie for the 4-3 putout, firing on to Fred Lutteris. So 1 up, 1 down here for Cincinnati in the bottom of the 8th, brings up Greasy Neal now, who is 0-for-1. 1-2 pitch. Neal swings, and this one, beautiful singing eye single between second and first. So Greasy Neal with good speed on at first. So a chance here for Cincinnati to try to break the tie. Brings up Bill Raridan. He's got an RBI in this game. 0-for-2. And there goes the runner. Greasy Neal, the tag, and 7th stolen base of the season. So look out, look out. Here comes Cincinnati. Now the potential go-ahead run in scoring position with 1 out. Bill Raridan back in the box. The 0-2 pitch. Raridan swings, and when it comes down, it's going to have snow on it. That one was so high in the infield. And making the catch on the grass is Oscar Doogie. So big out there, George Chalmers. Giving a little attaboy there to a second baseman, Oscar Doogie, and it brings up Dutch Ruther with a runner in scoring position. 2 down here, bottom of the 8th inning at Redland Field. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So Chalmers gets the job done. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a runner left. We head to the top of the 9th, and we are knotted at 2. All right. Volleyball game I never played, being a pianist and a sleight of hand artist. Too scared of like broken fingers and stuff, but it's fun to watch. But remember I had to play it a couple times in gym, and finally it was like, look, dude, I'll run laps or something. I can't. I do magic. I do, because even when I was in high school, I was already doing it for money, and it's like, this is my job. So, but yeah, fun game, a lot of skill. But I was always afraid somebody's going to spike it down, and bam, I'm out of commission for 6 weeks. So, all right. Playing baseball never scared me, but somehow volleyball, not good. Not good for sleight of hand magic or for volleyball at all. All right, so the Phillies are going to send up the number 4, 5, 6 hitters. That'll be Lutteris, Whitted, and Bobby Byrne. Dutch Ruther, ready to deal. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Lutteris walked his last time up, and this one grounded deep in the hole. It's short, and firing across the diamond is Jimmy Smith, being sure-handed now in the late innings. 1 up, 1 down now for Possum Whitted. Possum Whitted having a good ball game here for the Fightin' Phils. He is 2-for-4, including a run batted in. Ruther deals. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, and this one, grounded to short, and Jimmy Smith, another error. And I rarely read the play-by-play here, but this is nice. A very entertaining day at the circus. Oh my God. So Jimmy Smith commits another error. And now these teams are tied in runs and errors at 2 and 4 respectively. So Possum Whitted aboard at first. Possum Whitted had that big base hit that tied Philadelphia. That happened back in frame number 7. Here's Bobby Byrne now, 0-for-3. 1 on here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Possum Whitted go in this pitch. Here is the 1-2. I'm surprised he didn't go. Swung on, and lazy fly ball out to left field. Rube Bressler will glove that for out number 2. And we will finally see a pinch hitter here for the Fightin' Phils. Bills Becker, former Pittsburgh Pirate. Becker with a .269 average, including 31 runs batted in and 6 home runs. So Philadelphia looking for something big here from Bills Becker. Becker eyeing that right field out there. Let's have a quick look at Beals. Let's have a look at his career just really, really quickly. So he was really, really just a Pittsburgh Pirate for 1 year. So started in 1908, played until 1915. So he was actually traded from the Pirates in 1908 to the Boston Braves. He stayed with Boston until 1910, where he went to the New York Highlanders, spent a little time with them. 1913 with the Cincinnati Reds, and then the rest of his career with the Philadelphia Phillies. So Becker, a lifetime 276 hitter with 129 stolen bases. But let's look at that home run total. So again, not really as you would expect. He is not Gabby Cravath, 45 home runs. Nor is he Roger Connor. All right. 2 away. What can Becker do? Here's the 1-2 pitch. Beals looks at a knee buckler. Called strike 3. Beautiful knuckleball there. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And it's the top of the order for the Cincinnati Reds. Heine Groh, Maury Rath, and Ed Roush. Chalmers deals. Heine Groh swings. And this one hopper to first. Oh, that one almost got thrown away. How about that? Fred Lutteris, though, gets that one over to Chalmers covering first. But that throw looked like it was going to go errant. All right, 1 away. Here's Maury Rath now, 1 for 2. Philadelphia looking for extras here. Maury singled his last time up, and he's going to single past short this time as well. Cincinnati picking up base hit number 9. Rath does have some speed at first. Here's Ed Roush now, who's 1 for 4. The count even on Roush, 2 for 2. And liner to second. Nice play there by Oscar Doogie, or that one is extra bases. So 2 away now, and pinch hitter Jake Dalbert. Here's a guy I always like. So we're going to look at Jake's stats here for a moment, since we're not actually featuring a player tonight. A long career for Jake Dalbert. Started in 1910, played until 1924. Most of his career played with the Brooklyn Robins, finished with the Cincinnati Reds. Jake Dalbert, a lifetime 303 hitter with 251 stolen bases. This guy was a pretty damn good player. Struck out only 489 times in his career. Not so bad, not so bad. 722 runs batted in for him. A career WAR, for those of you that love that stat, of 45.1. A good player. Jake Dalbert, a very good player. All right. So the lefty stands in. Maury Rath on at first, 2 down. Dalbert on the season thus far, limited action with a 208 average, and has batted in 5. The 1-0 pitch now to Jake. And this one's going to be a little dying quail to right, but no, covering it is Gabby Cravath. So no runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left on, and we will head to the top of the 10th inning. Philadelphia will send a Hall of Famer in there. Bancroft playing day to day. Dave Beauty Bancroft, known more for just his brilliant defensive play. And again, some night when we do have some time, we're gonna feature him, because the write-up of him in the Biographical Encyclopedia of Baseball is one of the funniest I've ever read. But hell of a defensive, and deservedly in the Hall of Fame. But it's 26 average, 10 home runs, 1 home run for him. Josh Ruther still in the game. Ruther, 152 pitches. These dead ball guys can go all day and all night. All right, the count 1-1 on Bancroft, and this is just going to be a routine ground ball out to second base. Maury Rath with the relay over to Sherry McGee, who stays in to play first base. All right, here's George Chalmers. Chalmers, nothing for 3. Both managers wanting to stay with their starters. Count full on Chalmers, who struck out back in the 7th. Chalmers, high pop fly, twisting foul, third base side, calling for it, and that'll be a can of corn there for Heine Groh. So 2 Phillies up, 2 Phillies down. Here's Milt Stock, 1 for 4 with a run batted in. Flied out his last time up, 3-0 pitch. And that one missing just low and inside. So Josh Ruther losing control of the knuckler there a little bit. 6th walk issued by him in the game, and it brings up the center fielder, Doe Paskert. Paskert, a frustrated nothing for 4. Cousin Kenny's wearing the collar. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Paskert swings. Slow dribbler to third. But good, strong peg by Heine Groh. And that's the inning. We go to the bottom of the 10th. And we are still knotted at 2. Still plenty of time here. It's only 10:30. Let Ernie Harwell warm up his pipes for 1911. And I believe we'll be seeing Washington Washington, they were called the Nationals that year. We'll see the Washington Nationals. I think they're playing the Boston Red Sox after this game. All right, Jimmy Smith, 1 for 4 in the game, and every error in the world. I believe all 4 errors, no, 3 of the 4 errors, I think, committed by Jimmy in this game. Let me see defensive substitutions here now. Catching for the Philadelphia Phillies now is Bart Adams. All right, Jimmy Smith in there, 1 for 4. The 2-0 pitch to Jimmy, who lined out to second his last time up. And this one, a stinging liner into right. Jimmy saying, you're going to forget about this. The Philadelphia Inquirer is going to write about my screaming walk-off or what have you. Except that, yeah, or Cincinnati, I'm sorry. Cincinnati papers tomorrow are going to say, you were amazing, Jimmy. What errors? All right, we see a pinch hitter now. Ivy Wingo hitting .212. 5 runs batted in for him. Here's the pitch. Bunt down the third base line. And they're going to go to second. Heads up play by Bobby Byrne going for the lead runner. And they had a little bit of hit and run action going on there, but to no avail. Ivy Wingo on the fielder's choice, and it brings up Greasy Neal, who is 1 for 2. With a stolen base, 1-0 pitch. Grounder up the first base line and trotting that one to first is Fred Lutteris. And Wingo gets in under the tag, moves to second on the play. 2 down now for Charlie C. So Charlie hitting just 185, 2 runs batted in, just 27 at-bats on the season here in the McGraw League. 1-1 pitch for Charlie, and lazy fly ball out to right field. Cravath has it. Side retired. We go to the top of the 11th. And frankly, baseball fans, the Philadelphia Phillies should have had this game won. You can't leave the bases loaded 3 times. Come on. All right, as Ernie Harwell would say, here comes the artillery now for the 1915 Phillies. Cravath, Lutteris, and Whitted, the number 3, 4, 5 hitters. Cravath 1 for 3. Dutch Ruther ready to go. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Cravath. Cravath swings. This one driven maybe into the gap and right. Nope. Ranging to his right and bringing it down is Manuel Cueto. So saw Cueto there. I'm like, wow. So we have a defensive substitution in right field. Manuel Cueto. Nick Allen now catching for the Cincinnati Reds. Put that cigarette down. So Sean says that hey, Aaron Reed, welcome in, my friend. So Sean is saying that he thinks Jimmy Smith is going to redeem himself. Let's hope so. That's just tough out there, huh? All right. So Cincinnati with 10 hits to Philadelphia's 5. But what counts is that first number, and we are knotted at 2. Lutteris bats with 1 down, base is empty. Bounced out to Smith his last time up, and this time he's going to ground nicely to second. Maury Rath making the easy 4-3 putouts. So 2 down here in the top of the 11th for Possum Whitted. Whitted 2 for 5 with a big RBI in this game. The count 1 ball and 1 strike on Whitted. Here's the pitch. Whitted swings, and this one, is it a gapper? Nope. It's just a sinking line drive that finds the glove of Hall of Famer Ed Roush. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we are still bound up at 2 as we head to the bottom of the 11th inning. We'll see Dutch Ruther, Heine Groh, and Maury Rath. So the pitcher's duel continues, my friends. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on. Slow grounder to third. And up with it is Bobby Byrne. And Dutch Ruther is out number 1. Western Washington University takes the first set 25-12. Hosting Simon Fraser University from Burnaby. British Columbia, SFU, is Canada's only NCAA team. Didn't know that. Didn't know that, D. Scott. All right. Yeah, I didn't. So that's really, had not known that. So is it, so they're Division II. So there's no Canadian, they're like the only school from Canada in the NCAA in any division, or just Division II? Because text. All right. Because I thought that was strictly NCAA. I thought that was strictly United States. All right. Heine Groh here bats with 1 down. 1-1 is the count. Grounded out his last time up. And he's going to pop out this time. Grounds out to the, or flies out to the catcher as Bert Adams makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down here for Maury Rath, having a good day. He is 2 for 3. Here's the delivery. Rath, first pitch swinging, and fly ball to center field. Dode Paskard on the run, makes the catch, and we go to the 12th inning. All right, and we'll have Bobby Byrne and Bert Adams and Bert Niehoff. Oh, my goodness. So Niehoff also playing day-to-day. So Philadelphia digging deep here to try to get something going. Bobby Byrne is nothing for 4, but you're not going to take Byrne out there with that good glove at third. 1-1 pitch to Byrne, who flew back in the 9th. And Byrne, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Gapper into left center. Bobby Byrne going for 2. Is he gonna? He's gonna go for 3, and the slide, and it is a triple. How about it? All right, now Philadelphia has loaded the bases 3 times, did not capitalize. Can they do something here now with pinch hitter Ed Burns? Burns, in 56 at-bats in the season here in the McGraw League, hitting .268 with 10 runs batted in. Burns just needs to kind of bloop it over there toward right. Well, a little bit more than a bloop. Sherry McGee. There we go. In there to play first. One of my favorite players. Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? All right. Dutch Ruther peers in, has the sign from catcher Nick Allen from the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on. Slow tapper to third, and that's not going to advance the runner. McGraw making a nice play. Look at Bobby Byrne back to third. So 1 away. Here's Bert Niehoff now. .282 hitter for the Philadelphia Phillies, playing with a slight injury. 23 runs batted in, including a home run. Few Philadelphia faithful have made the trip out here to Cincinnati. 1-0 pitch on the way. Niehoff swings, and that will be an RBI, and the Phillies go ahead in the top of the 12th. It's 3-2, and this one all the way to the corner and right, and it's going to be triples. My favorite hit, doing it up here for the Fightin' Phils. How about it? So Bobby Byrne scores on the Bert Niehoff triple, and the Philadelphia Phillies have the lead, or reclaim the lead in this game, I should say. All right, so it's 3-2 now, and here comes George Chalmers. Infield playing in, trying to cut off speedy Bert Niehoff. See if Chalmers can kind of pop one out here, right out of the infield. 3-2 pitch, and he does it. Little squibber base hit down first base side, and Bert Niehoff will come in to score as George Chalmers helping his own case, and Philadelphia now with a 4-2 lead. And here comes Milt Stock. We're back at the top of the order, 1 for 4 with a run batted in. But 1 pitch on the way, the runner was in motion, and just a lazy pop fly in the infield, first base side. Sherry McGee has it, and that is out number 2. Here's Dode Paskard, grounded out to third his last time up. Paskard swings, 2 bouncer to first, taking it to the bag himself is the should-be Hall of Famer Sherry McGee. But the Philadelphia Phillies scored 2 runs on 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 12th inning, and the 1915 Phils 4, the 1919 Reds 2. The number 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for these 1919 Reds. It'll be Ed Roush, Sherry McGee, and Jimmy Smith. So will Sean be right? Will Jimmy Smith redeem himself? We shall see in a moment. All right, here is Ed Roush, 1 for 5. 1-1 pitch on the way for Roush. Lined out his last time up. Roush swings, base hit, right field. Here we go. Cincinnati with its 11th base hit of the game. And that brings up Sherry McGee. So Philadelphia going to try to turn 2 here, but Roush with incredible speed here. Let's look at Roush really quickly here. Hall of Famer, as I've said. So I also said that Roush was very much he was famous for holding out and would not join for spring training because of money, and actually took off 2 seasons. I mean, so he starts as a rookie in 1913, doesn't play in 1914 or 1915, because back in 1916, then pretty much you can see here, like 1928, 1922. So Roush was about the Bucks. He really, really was. But a great center fielder, a career .325 hitter, Ed Roush, with 228 stolen bases, 891 runs batted in, and just an excellent center fielder. One of the best of his time. All right. So Roush aboard. 0-2 pitch now to Sherry McGee. Swing and a miss. So George Chalmers, not playing around with the third strikeout, says, I'm bringing the heat. All right, here's Jimmy Smith. Can Jimmy Smith, with a swing of the bat, tie it up here for the Cincinnati Reds? Jimmy 2 for 5 and a passel of errors for him. 3-1 pitch. Jimmy Smith swings, grounder to short. This should end the ball game. 6-4-3, and the Philadelphia Phillies finally pull it out. My goodness gracious. All right, we're going to do a quick recap. So the Philadelphia Phillies improve to 30-24 here in the McGraw League. The 1919 Reds fall to 26-27. The line score goes like this for the Philadelphia Phillies: 4 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. For the 1919 Cincinnati Reds, 2 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors. Philadelphia registered a win at Redland Field by beating the Reds 4-2. George Chalmers was one reason why the Phillies triumphed. The win puts Philadelphia at 30-24 this season. Chalmers went the distance for the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies, allowed 2 runs on 11 hits while striking out 3 and walking 1. So we want to look at errors here on the Cincinnati Reds side here. Yup, and what a mess. Jimmy Smith with 3 errors in the game. That's kind of embarrassing. Let me see. So left on base, we were talking about that for the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies left 16 on base, and the Reds left 12. But the big story, I think, from this game, Philadelphia, this isn't hurting them in the standings, though. The 16 men on base. Ouch. So Chalmers goes 12, 11 hits, 2 runs. None of them earned. A walk, 3 strikeouts, so an ERA of 3.02 here in our McGraw League. Josh Ruther falls to 6-11. Chalmers, by the way, improves to 8-9. Ruther gives up 4 runs, all earned, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a 3.75 earned run average. Your player of the game, George Chalmers. Let's sim out this game, and we'll sim out a couple weeks, and then we'll jump on to the Ernie Harwell broadcast. Sean says, wow, great game. Clint says, nice game. Ken happy, his Phil's won. The Cardiac Baseball League gives it a good base stealing of approval. Absolutely. Man, but the Phillies just driving me nuts. It's like, come on, you got the bases loaded. Just bloop. Just a bloop. Not even a bloop and a blast. Just a bloop, right? All right, let's look at the standings before we do this so that you guys can get a sense of context here of where we are. So the Boston Beaneaters and the 1897 Beaneaters and the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies right now, this has just been nip and tuck this entire season. So the Beaneaters of 30-23 are just a half game up on the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies. The 1906 Chicago Cubs at 29-24, just a game back. The 1916 Brooklyn Robins at 28-25, 2 games out. The 1919 Reds playing below 500 are 4 out. The Pirates 4.5 out. The Orioles, the 1894 Orioles, I think underperforming here. They are 5 back and out of the race. The big surprise, pardon me, has been the 1905 New York Giants, managing just a 19-34 record. And the big story has been Christy Mathewson, just not performing well in the McGraw League. All right, so let's go back to this. All right, first up, 1897 Beaneaters and 1909 Pirates. This would be Ted Lewis going for the Beaneaters against Howie Chemnitz. And the Beaneaters absolutely all over the 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates, 7-1. Lewis gets the win. Chemnitz gets the loss. All right. At the end of the season, when the McGraw thing is over, we'll go back through like the league newspaper, and if there's anything that you want to see in a highlight reel or whatever, or some games that we've played that maybe you'd like to see and say, hey, this looks like it would be fun, let me know. That's why I have everything saved as highlight reels and all that. All right, next up, the 1906 Chicago Cubs against the 1894 Baltimore Orioles. Bob Wicker versus Kid Gleason. And let's give this one to the Chicago Cubs, 9-2. Wicker gets the win, goes to 13-3. Kid Gleason saddled with the loss. He will fall to 7-10. Kid Gleason, mainly known by baseball fans as being the manager of the 1919 Chicago Black Sox. The 1905 Giants against the 1916 Brooklyn Robins. And we have Hooks Wiltsey, Larry Cheney. This would have been a good game to do too, but boom. The 1905 Giants pull out a win and improve to 20-34, while the Robins fall to 28-26. Wiltsey gets the win. Cheney gets the loss. Player of the game, Sammy Strang. So let's see, what did Sammy do? Since he got 3. Let's see. Sammy Strang with a single and a double also had 2 RBI. Okay, nice. All right, let us go to scores. And we're not going to review the depth charts. Finished today. And I just want to see if we have any marquee matchups quickly. All right, Nichols and Willis. Damn it, that would be a good matchup there. Alexander and Dolph Luke. Oh, my God. Feaster and Sadie McMahon and Christy Matthews and Mark Hart. Okay, we're not simming past this. I know it's taken me longer, Bernie. I'm sorry, but there's too many damn good matchups here. All right, so let's go ahead and save this game. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Baseball should be savory. Good night, Sean. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. All right, guys. Hang on while I switch. We're not going to stop the stream. I do have to stop the screen share here for a minute. But we will bring up this, and we will exit this. Yeah, just exit out. Really, really appreciate folks hanging out. Now, this next game is for the hardcores. So let's stop the share and reshare because I don't know if it's going to keep the sound. And this game, above all others, you definitely do need the sound. And let me do this first so I can take off the headphones so I can enjoy the game with you. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Crank it up a bit. Boink. There we go. Share screen. Entire screen, boom, and also this and that. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, so we're going to have Washington is traveling to Boston. So this is the game we're going to play tonight in 1911. I'm going to go ahead and mute the mic because you're going to hear the crowd and everything like that, and I don't want it echoing back on you guys, okay? So we do have a hell of a matchup here. Pitching-wise, Smokey Joe Wood against Walter Johnson. So welcome to Fenway Park. Enjoy this matchup of two Titanic pitchers. Walter Johnson said of Smokey Joe Wood, no one throws harder than Smokey Joe. All right, going to remute and enjoy, guys. Hey, Bernie. Welcome in, my friend. Thanks for checking in. Enjoy your dinner. Bon appetit. We'll talk on Sunday.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell. And welcome to Boston Red Sox Baseball. And this is WAPBA, the voice of baseball in your home since 1951. We're coming to you from out here at the park. Today, the visiting Washington Nationals will test the Red Sox at home.
It's opening day. The season is about to get underway for these two teams, a beginning as all else should begin. Bright with optimism and good spirit. This is the first game in this 3-game series.
The Red Sox take the field here in the first. Get your scorecard. McCoy has set his opening slate. Engel at first base. Wagner at second. Yerkes the shortstop. Gardner at third. The trio in the outfield. In left is Hooper. In center, Speaker. And over in right, Lewis. Kerrigan is behind the plate. And on the mound for the Red Sox, the right-handed Wood. He can string the K's together. He will be facing National starter, right-hander Johnson. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Here's Milan to start it off. He bats left-handed. Milan, recently known as a solid hitter. Milan stands in. Right-handed Wood goes to the set position. Here's a pitch. Milan nubs it in front of home. Kerrigan pounces on it. Drops it. Picks it up again and makes the throw to first. In time. One down. Here's Elberfeld. A dependable hitter when the Nationals need a base runner. Elberfeld is a guy they want up there. He stands in. Pitcher Wood set to go. Wood winds and fires. He pulled the string. Strike 3 call. 2 away. Nationals hitter Schaefer. A force to be reckoned with. Now Wood ready. He brings it home. In the dirt, ball 1. Schaefer back in the box. Kerrigan set. The pitch. Cut on and missed. Schaefer goes down swinging. That's 3 away. So the Nationals go in order. Nationals, nothing. Red Sox coming up. For the Nationals. The Nationals take the field here in the first. Manager McCoy sends out his squad this way. Schaefer at first base. Elberfeld at second. McBride, the shortstop. Conroy at third. The outfield consists of Walker in left field. Milan in center field. And Gessler over in right. Henry is behind the plate and warming up in the pen now for Washington. The starboard sider Johnson. Generally, he will not beat himself. Here's Hooper to start it off. A sure hitter. The batter stands in. Johnson will go to work on him. Johnson brings it to the plate. Big swing, but he got under it. Walker drifts over. He's there. And he pulls it in. Notch 1. Now coming to bat for the Red Sox, Gardner. A very steady hitter. Gardner has patience. The batter stands in. Johnson looking in at the target. Johnson brings it to the plate. A towering fly ball to center. Milan roams over. Plenty of room. And hauls it in. 2 down. Speaker is now up. Hits for average. Johnson is ready to fire it in. Johnson brings it to the plate. Ripped to right center. Base hit. Milan is chasing it down. He'll have to hurry. Speaker is trying for two. The throw. Safe at second. The Red Sox have 2 outs. Speaker down at second. Right-handed batter Lewis now walks out to bat. He gets his share of hits. Triss at second has great speed. Now Johnson ready. Johnson working on Speaker to hold him close. The pitch. Grounded deep into the hole. McBride was over, stabs for it. He stops it. Long throw to first, and the side is retired. For the Red Sox, nothing across. They leave 1. No score as we go to the top of the second inning. For Washington, here in the second, Gessler, Walker, and Conroy. To get it going for the Nationals here, Gessler. He bats from the left side. A very steady hitter. Batter waits. Right-hander Wood, ready. He delivers. Gessler is called out on strike. 1 down. One gone. Second inning. Walker's up. A sure hitter. Kerrigan crouched down now. The pitch. Hooked down the right field line. Will it stay fair? Yes, but Lewis is right there to make a fine running catch. 2 away. Conroy comes up the bat. Now and again, he'll get a hit for you. Right-hander Wood, ready. Wood comes home. Healthy cut by Conroy. He's out on strikes. 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway through the second. No score in the game. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The Red Sox will have Wagner, Yerkes, and Kerrigan here in the second. To get it going, Wagner. A dependable hitter. Pitcher Johnson eyeing Wagner. Now he's ready. He delivers. It's deep to center. Over Milan's head. Bounces at the base of the wall. That's good for extra bases. Milan is up with it. Wagner hits second on the full steam. And he puts on the brakes. The coach is holding him up. Double for Wagner. Fort Boston, no outs. Wagner down at second. Now Yerkes to face Johnson. Bats right. Steve can be dangerous. Heine at second has great speed. Johnson on the rubber. His mitt steady. Henry sets up. Johnson working on Wagner to hold him close. He doubled to lead it off. And the pitch comes in. Hard ground ball to second. He's up with it. Looks Wagner back to second. He flips to Schaefer for the out. One gone. Wagner standing out at second. Fort Boston. Scoreless tie. Kerrigan up the bat. Kerrigan, recently known as a solid hitter. Batter set. Johnson on the rubber. Henry set. Johnson looks back at Wagner on second. Johnson spins and fires to second. It's right there. The tag. He's back. Now Johnson is set again. The pitch. Swung on. Pop foul behind first. Elberfeld's racing over. Waves off Schaefer. And he gloves it. 2 down. Engel will bat next for Boston. A right-sider. Runner on second. 2 gone. You can't afford to take him too lightly. Heine at second has great speed. Batter ready. Right-hander Johnson ready. Wagner now with an aggressive lead. The pitch comes in, and he fans him. Engel is gone. Side retired. For the Red Sox, no runs on one hit. One left on. They failed to capitalize on the runner. No score here after 2. Bottom of the lineup, McBride, Henry, and Johnson coming up. McBride will lead off the third. Right-handed hitter to face Wood. He does not hit for average. Wood prepares to come home. The delivery. A high drive to deepest center. Speaker has it all the way. One down. Right-handed hitter Henry gets set to bat against Wood. Unreliable at the plate. You don't see John on much. He's a free swinger. Wood prepares to come home. Here he comes. Ooh! Henry flails the air, but fails to make contact with the wall. He heads back to the bench. 2 away for Wood. That's already his 5th strikeout of the game. 2 away, 3rd inning. Here's a pitcher, Johnson. Walter taking his first at bat of the season. Batter set. Right-hander Wood ready. The pitch. Breaking ball bounced up the middle. Wagner is there. Spins, fires to first in time for the out. 3 away. So the Nationals go in order. Still no score here after 2.5. Wood, Hooper, and Gardner to bat next. Here's Wood to lead it off. Joe taking his first at bat of the season. Wood ready. Johnson ready. The pitch. Hit high. That's into center. Milan squeezes it. 1 down. Red Sox hitter Hooper. It's hard to keep Hooper off the base pass. Johnson gets set to work on him. He cranks and fires. Hit hard toward the gap in right center. Milan is racing back. He won't get it. It's off the wall. Milan chases it down. Hooper cruises into second. One down, 3rd inning, 1 on. Gardner is out to take his hacks. Hooper at second can go to warp speed. Johnson climbs the mound. Johnson looking home. Hooper edges a bit more off second. Johnson with the pitch. Popped high to the left side. Conroy drifts back. Back! He stabs for it and makes the catch. 2 away. And Hooper holds at second. Here's Speaker to take his swings. Hooper down at second. 2 outs. Right-hander Johnson ready. Hooper stretches his lead off second. The pitch. A towering fly ball to right. Over Gessler's head. Bounces at the base of the wall. Hooper scores. Speaker heading for third. Here comes the throw. And he's safe. Onto the tag. Triple and an RBI. So a run scores on Speaker's first triple, and the Red Sox go ahead by a run, 1-0, 3rd inning. All right, here's Lewis. The Red Sox have 2 gone, runner 3rd. Johnson gets set to pitch. Speeded Speaker edging down the line. The pitch. Swung on in the air to the left side. Conroy is drifting back and takes it in. Side retired. The half for the Red Sox. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1.
They move ahead in the game. We've played 3.
Red Sox with the edge, 1-0. Well, folks, the Clouds have moved in quickly here in Boston.
Here comes the rain. The umpire is calling time.
And they're calling them in.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather. Since me and that good gal of mine ain't together, it keep raining all the time. I hope it don't rain now. Let's play ball.
And they're finally rolling back the tarp.
We'll see if these pitches are still fresh. Let's play some baseball. We're at the head of the order for the
Nationals. Wood will face Milan, Elberfeld, and Schaefer. Milan leading off the 4th. Batter ready. Wood looking home.
The pitch comes in. Taken for a strike.
Milan goes down looking.
1 down.
For Wood, strikeout number 6. Right-handed batter Elberfeld steps up to face Wood. 1 down. Wood prepared to work. Wood
Brings it home. In on the fists.
Elberfeld
Fights it off. Into shallow right.
and he's on at first. And that's the
First.
base knock for the Nationals in this game. 1 out, 4th inning, 1 on. Next up, Schaefer. Elberfeld will take a big lead. He has the speed. Wood gets set to work on him.
Throw to first. He's back.
Now Wood is back on the rubber. Wood deals. Swung on. Grounded to Gardner at third.
The long throw to first.
Got him.
2 down.
Elberfeld moves to second on the play. Elberfeld on at second. 2 gone. Gessler the hit. Wood gets set to pitch. Elberfeld stretches his lead off second.
The pitch. The ball is lifted into right center.
Not deep. Lewis
Drifts into the gap and takes it in, and the side is retired.
That'll do it for Washington. No
Runs on 1 hit.
1 left. They had a chance but could not convert. Red Sox still leading by 1
And we'll go to the home half.
The Red Sox will have Wagner, Yerkes, and Kerrigan here in the
4th.
Wagner will get it started for the Red Sox. Batter ready. Catcher ready. Johnson comes to him.
Hot shot to the right side.
Elberfeld to his left.
Tipped off his glove. He has it. Throws quickly to first. And gets him by a hair. 1 down.
Here comes Yerkes to take his cuts. He stands in. Johnson will go to work on him. Johnson fires it in. Right in there. He's called out on strikes. 2 away. Kerrigan is the next hitter. Catcher Henry sets his target.
The pitch.
Fisted to right by Kerrigan. Gessler will have to hustle, and it falls in front of him. He's forced to play it on the hop.
He had no chance on that one.
And Kerrigan has himself a single. Now coming up, Engel.
Batter set.
Right-hander Johnson goes to the set position.
The pitch.
Engel swings and rolls it to the right side. Elberfeld feels it, throws quickly to first.
and they get him by a hair, and that's out number 3.
For the Red Sox,
No runs on 1 hit. No errors. 1 left. So the Red Sox failed to capitalize on the runner. The score is still 1-0. Boston as we go to the top of the 5th inning. For Washington, here in the 5th, Walker, Conroy, and McBride. Here's Walker to lead it off. In the box now. Wood is ready to fire it in. The pitch is on the way. This one is hit. It may carry, but doesn't. And Hooper shags this one down. 1 down. Conroy walking up the bat. You don't see Wood on much. Wood prepares to come home. The pitch. There's a looping line to the left. Hooper will have to hurry. Charging hard. And he makes a shoestring catch right off a tall blade of grass. 2 away. McBride, bat in hand. McBride, 0 for 1. George does not get extra base hits. Kerrigan sets up. He lets one go. Check swing. He went around. Side retired. 7th strikeout for Wood. For the Nationals, 3 up, 3 down. The score still stands 1-0. Red Sox as we head for the bottom of the 5th inning. Wood, Hooper, and Gardner to bat next. Wood will get it started for the Red Sox. Right-hander. Johnson prepared to work. The offering to Wood. Cut on, a topper out front. Johnson has it, goes to first, in time for the out. Hooper up there. You can count on Harry. Johnson looking home. The pitch. Line to left center. Giving chase is Milan. He hightails it to the track, and he snares it on the fly. Milan really picked it. A fine running catch. 2 gone. Red Sox hitter Gardner. Larry is 0 for 2. Johnson prepares to come home. Johnson winds and fires. Yanked towards second. Elberfeld feels it. He flips to first. High throw. But they get him. Red Sox go down. So the Red Sox go in order. The score is still 1-0. Boston as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Henry, Johnson, and Milan to bat next. Henry leading it off. Wood poised. Here's a pitch. Check swing. Strike 3. 1 away. Here's Johnson. 1 out. Base is empty. For Washington. Now Wood ready. The pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. 2 down. 9th strikeout. We have Milan coming up to hit. 2 down. Nobody on. For Washington. Milan 0 for 2. Milan steps up to the plate. Kerrigan sets up. And the pitch comes in. Bounced up the middle. Yerkes can't reach it. Neither can Wagner. A 1-bagger for Milan. Elberfeld walking up the bat. Elberfeld 1 for 2. Wood set. First baseman Ingle holding the runner on. The pitch low. Milan is going for the steal.
Kerrigan strong arms it down there. The slide. And he has it stolen. That's his first steal of the season. The tying run is now at second base. Elberfeld in the box. Waits for the pitch. Wood on the rubber. Wood is ready to fire it in. Milan at second takes a big lead. Wood delivers a skyscraper to left. Hooper roams over. He turns left. And he makes the catch. 3 down. For the Nationals, no runs on 1 hit. They lead 1. They had a chance but could not convert. Red Sox up 1-0. Washington will now face the heart of the Red Sox lineup. Speaker, Lewis, and Wagner coming up. Here's Speaker to lead it off. He bats left-handed. Hits for average. Pitcher Johnson set to go. Johnson deals. Speaker hits a frozen rope to straightaway center. Right there is Milan, and he gloves it for the putout. 1 away. Lewis walks up. He's their cleanup hitter. Lewis, recently known as a solid hitter. Lewis, now ready. Johnson prepared to work. The offering to Lewis. Lewis puts a charge into this pitch. It might fly. Walker races back to the wall. He times his leap and comes down with a glove full of dead homer. Terrific play. 2 gone. Next up, Boston hitter Wagner. Heine is 1 for 2. Johnson looking home. The offering to Wagner. High fly ball to center. Milan drifts back. He's at the warning track. Taps the glove and brings it down. 3 down. So the Red Sox are retired in order. Red Sox still leading by 1. The Nationals now send up the heart of their order to face Wood, Schaefer, Gessler, and Walker. Here's Schaefer to lead it off. He's a right-handed batter. Now Wood ready. The pitch. The ball is lifted into right center. Not deep. Lewis drifts into the gap and takes it in. 1 away. Next up, Washington hitter Gessler. It's hard to keep Gessler off the base pass. Wood staring in, ready to work. The pitch. Cut on, ripped to right center. Lewis gallops for it, but he cuts it off. Gessler wisely holds first. The tying run is on. We have Walker coming up to hit. He hits from the right. Toward Washington. Gessler down at first. 1 gone. Walker is 0 for 2. A rabbit on first. Pitcher Wood set to go. Wood cranks it up. Swung on. Strike. And Gessler takes off to second. Here's Kerrigan with a throw. The sweep tag. Safe. That's his first steal of the season, and that's the Nationals' second stolen base in this game. The tying run is now at second base. Walker takes his place in the box. Waits. Wood sets up on the rubber again. His motion stopped. Now Wood ready. Body rigid. Gessler moves another step away from second. Wood brings it home. Swung on. Line drive to third, and he snares it. And they've got Gessler to throw to second. Out easily. Yes, double play. And they get out of the inning. The half for the Nationals. No runs on 1 hit. So they do not tally. Red Sox up 1-0. Okay, folks, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch. The Red Sox will have Yerkes, Kerrigan, and Engel here in the 7th. Yerkes to lead it off for the Red Sox, and he hacks from the right. A trusty bat. Batter set. Catcher ready. The pitch. Scorched back through the box. It caroms off his leg. McBride charges over. Bang, bang. Play at first. Yerkes is out. Johnson shakes it off. He'll be all right. 1 down. Kerrigan for a hit. Bill is a tough out. Batter waits. Johnson looking home. And a pitch. There's called third strike right down the pike. But Kerrigan couldn't unshoulder his bat. He must have been looking for something else. 2 away. Engel's up. Engel has done nothing in 2 trips. He stands in. Pitcher Johnson set to go. The pitch. Line drive base hit to right. Gessler fields it and throws it to second. A clean single from Engel. Now at bat, Wood. And the fans are giving him a big hand. Henry set. The offering to Wood. Wood pounds it on the ground. Elberfeld stops it on 1 hop. Shovels to McBride for the force. That's 3 away. The half for the Red Sox. No runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. They waste the base runner, holding a slight edge. Red Sox still with a 1-run lead. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Conroy, McBride, and Henry due up for Washington. Conroy will lead off the 8th. He hits from the right. Witt is hitless in 2 at-bats. Conroy, not a threat for average. Wood is on the slab. He brings it in. Check swing. They check for the first base hump. He punches him out. 1 down. 10th strikeout. McBride is out to take his hacks. They need to get him on. McBride 0 for 2. Wood toes the rubber. 10 strikeouts in the game. Right-hander Wood ready. The pitch. The high, hard one. Big swing. Strike 3. And he almost went down. That's 2. 11 strikeouts for Wood. Henry is out to get his licks. He bats right. John does not get extra base hits. Henry has done nothing in 2 trips. Henry is struck out twice. Wood looking home. Nationals. Skipper McCoy walking down the bench. Trying to stir up a little magic. And they're yanking Henry. McCoy will call on Bellavelle to face the righty Wood. He shoulders the bat and heads toward the plate. Nationals hitter Bellavelle. Excellent credentials with the stick. Wood looking in. He lets it go. That's skied to right center. Medium deep. Speaker roams over. He calls. Can of corn. That's 3 away. For the Nationals. 3 up, 3 down. Red Sox up 1-0. We're at the head of the order for the Red Sox. Johnson will face Hooper, Gardner, and Speaker. McCoy is sending in Street. He'll be catching for Washington. Bellavelle is out. Here's Hooper to start it off. Batting left. Hooper is 1 for 3. And he scored a run. Johnson gets set to pitch. Johnson into his motion. Delivers. Breaking ball.
Grounded hard at Conroy. It's off his glove, but he recovers. Throws quickly to first, and he's safe. Schaefer doesn't like that call, and the ump is taking some heat. Conroy picks up an error. Here's the situation. Cooper on first, no outs, up by 1. Here's Gardner hitting second. Gardner is 0 for 3. Johnson sets up on the rubber again. Eyes narrow as he peers in for the sign. Checks the runner. McCoy arms akimbo. Cooper well off first. They start the runner. High fly deep to right. Gessler is back to the warning track. He's under it. And makes the catch. 1 down. Cooper gets back to first. So for Boston. 1 out. Cooper on first. Here's Speaker to hit for the Red Sox. Batting left. Speaker has 2 hits and 3 trips. 1 RBI. Johnson is on the slab. Johnson has a sign. Checks the runner. First baseman Schaefer holding the runner on. Now he throws to first, and Cooper is safe. He dives back in. Good move. He almost had him. Now Johnson is back on the rubber. And now the pitch. High bounce that is short. He has to wait. Now he has it. Looks at second. He'll go to first. 2 away. Cooper moves up. There was no way to get the lead runner. For Boston. Runner on second. 2 gone. Next to bat for Boston is Lewis. He's their cleanup hitter. Lewis 0 for 3. Harry at second has great speed. Starter Wood looking strong, but the Red Sox could use a little insurance. Right-hander Johnson ready. Johnson looks back at Cooper on second. The pitch popped high to the right side. Drifting foul. Schaefer is backing up. Second baseman Elberfeld is racing over. He's calling him off and makes the running catch. Side retired. For the Red Sox, no runs on no hits. 1 miscue for the Nationals. 1 left. They waste the base runner, holding a slight edge. The score still stands 1-0 Red Sox as we head for the top of the 9th inning. Johnson, Milan, and Elberfeld due up for Washington. Johnson is scheduled to hit. Wood put on the rubber. Righty against righty. Kerrigan ready to receive. Nationals. Manager McCoy looking at his score sheet. McCoy is recalling pitcher Johnson. Who is it? Ainsmith will bat for him. Bats right. He grabs a bat. Strolls to the box. So Johnson gets his innings. He pitched 8. The game for Johnson. 1 earned run on 6 hits. He stands to lose it unless the Nationals can make up the 1-run deficit. Ainsmith getting ready to go. Ainsmith not strong at the plate. Wood bends for the rosin bag. Ainsmith in the batter's box. Leans in. Wood sets up on the rubber again. Milan to bat next. He brings it home. Cut on. Ground ball to Gardner. He's up with it. The throw across the diamond. Out at first. 1 away. Milan walks up. He bats left. The Nationals with only 2 outs left. Clyde 1 for 3. He's stolen the base. It's hard to keep Milan off the base pass. Milan stands in. Waits. Wood toes the rubber. He's thrown a lot of bat dodges in this game. Elberfeld is loose and ready to follow Milan. The pitch. Slow bounder to the right side. Wagner is there. He juggles it, throws quickly. Not in time. And they're giving him the base hit. The tying run is on. Second hit for Milan in the game.
Well, Elberfeld will bat next for Washington. For Washington. Milan on at first. 1 out. Elberfeld is 1 for 3. Elberfeld tucks in his shirt, looks back into the dugout. Wood works the ball with his hand. Elberfeld in the batter's box, touches his cap, raises his hand slightly. Now, ready. Wood on the rubber. Schaefer now kneels in the on-deck circle, studies Wood's delivery, checks the runner. First baseman Engel right on the bag. The pitch, low and away. And there goes Milan. The throw. The sweep tag. Safe. Good slide. That's his second steal of the season, and that's the Nationals' third stolen base in this game. So the Boston defensives have been breached. The tying run is now at second base. Elberfeld stands in.
Waits.
Wood climbs the mound. Sets his grip with the ball out of sight. 11 strikeouts in the game. Schaefer is loose and ready to follow Elberfeld. Checks Milan at second. Speedy Milan edging toward third. He brings it in. Popped high to the left side. Gardner drifts back. Back! He stabs for it and makes the catch. 2 away. And Milan holds at second. Here we go. Schaefer walks up. He bats right. The Nationals have 2 gone. Milan down at second. Down by 1. Schaefer 0 for 3. Schaefer. Wood bends for the rosin bag. Does a little personal grooming. So what do you do now, sports fans, if you're McCoy from Boston? Schaefer in the batter's box. Touches his cap. Now, ready. Wood sets up on the rubber again. Wood poised. Wood looks back at Milan on second. Wood brings it home. Schaefer doesn't offer, and he draws a free pass. And that's the first walk issued by Wood. That was Schaefer's first walk of the season. So, for Washington. Milan at second. Schaefer at first. 2 down. The top of the 9th inning. We have Gessler coming up to hit. He bats left. Gessler, 1 for 3. Stole a base. Gessler grips his right shoulder. Wood shakes out his right arm. Gessler stands in, leans in. Wood, foot on the rubber. He's thrown a lot of bat dodges in this game. Righty against lefty. Checks Milan at second. The runners take their lead. The pitch to Gessler. Pop foul behind first. Wagner is over. He's under it and hauls it in. And the Red Sox take it. Spurred on by the disciplined leadership of McCoy, the Nationals leave the winning run on. The excitement is complete. Wood has the shutout. A complete game. And a beautiful hit. That's his first shutout of the season. Here's the line for the Red Sox. A run on 6 hit. No errors. They lead 6 for the Nationals. No runs on 4 hits. 1 misadventure. And they lead 4. Wood gets his first win. Johnson takes his first loss. So the Red Sox gain a step for the Red Sox. Overall, they now stand at 1-0. That's it for this time. Until next time, this is WAPBA and Ernie Harwell saying so long from Boston. Final score, Boston Red Sox 1, Washington Nationals 0.
Yeah, heck of a ball game, cousin. Wow, you know what? Wow. I mean, it was just a great one, right? Two of the greatest facing off here. Walter Johnson and Smokey Joe Wood, a 1-0 game. Let's look at the box score on this one really quickly. Let's look at Smokey Joe here, how many strikeouts he had. Just insane, huh? So Walter Johnson, first, he only struck out 3. Smokey Joe struck out 11. But it's not that Johnson didn't pitch a bad game, though. I mean, he scattered 6 hits. But Smokey Joe just absolutely dominant in tonight's game here in 1911. So early in the season, this is one that's going to take a while to finish. Cousin Ken mentioned the other night, going into late autumn and winter, especially when that other sports being played. This will be fun for the hardcore baseball fans to just relax to and stuff like that. When the snow's flying, we're still going to be playing 1911. This is a great baseball season, and there's so many great players that we haven't seen yet. So what do we have still on this day? And again, we're in 1911. Don't pay attention to the date. It's just where we are. So we have the St. Louis Browns at the White Sox, and then the Cardinals and Phillies. So we're starting to see the Phillies in ascendancy. By 1915, we saw them in the first game. Cardinals not very strong in the dead ball era, but still some good players here and there. The White Sox, of course, strong. So it's going to be fun as we go through this. It's going to be still a couple days or a couple broadcasts until we get a full slate of games and we can kind of pick who we want to play or whatever. So this is 1911. And it is great to see Dan Burke here. My favorite Irishman, Slancha. 25-21 sweep for the Vikings, says D. Scott Howard. So, yeah. Thank you guys again, for supporting the dead ball craziness here. That first game was poor Jimmy Smith. I mean, they still get, just Jimmy Smith. 3 errors. Ouch. But the Phillies pulled that one out in 12, and we had a good dead ball game here. One error in the game. That was it. But a good pitcher's duel between Smokey Joe Wood and Walter Johnson, the big train. So we got a ways to go in this 154 game schedule. A lot of the games will sim out. We do have a doubleheader coming because we had a rain out. The Phillies were beating the Cardinals 4-0. So there will be one of these nights here soon. We'll actually do this. We'll do the doubleheader. We'll just do a good old-fashioned twin bill here, Phillies and Cardinals. So with that said, gents, that is it. Going to do some baseball Sunday night, maybe tomorrow night, but if I do, it's going to be late. Doing a sort of magic engagement type thing tomorrow after work. So I got to get home, shower, change, go do the magic networking and stuff like that. But if I'm not too knackered, we'll do some late night baseball. So that's it. Yeah, 2 fun games. How about it, cousin? I just wanted to give it a break tonight, and I missed you guys. And I mean, I've been doing so much Ernie Harwell. It was nice to get on and just do one. I always go first because Ernie's better. All right. So here we go. We are here. We have like all kinds of stuff going on in this game, but I just picked up a couple new stadiums just to start to play around with. Maybe down the line after these 2 projects are done, or after the McGraw League's done, I'm tinkering around with maybe doing some 1970s baseball on here. So I'm picking up some parks, picked up 3 Rivers, Riverfront, a few others for this one. So yeah, kind of dangerous thing, but we might be doing some 1970s baseball down the road. But for now, it is pretty much all about dead ball. All right, you are welcome, Cousin Ken. And my thanks to the heart and soul of this channel, Cousin Ken Castro, to my favorite Irishman, Dan Burke, to D. Scott Howard, who always keeps us up with what's going on at Western Washington University. Great stuff there. To Aaron Reed, who is truly now the aficionado of Baseball for Windows. Thank you, Aaron. Always good to have you. We got to have a big baseball chin wag again soon, guys. It's been a while. We got to get Dwayne on board for that. Clee Baseball Fan 879. That's Tim. And man, you gotta subscribe to that channel, guys. It's great stuff. Clinton Parks, the professor, was with us tonight for a while. Sean, welcome in. So again, see you a couple more times. I'll give you a wrench. Hope you'll decide to join this great family of baseball cranks in this community. And there's people that play the lesser sports as well. Going back. Chris Berman, John DFW was with us. Dwayne Martz, way back, and Dwayne Martz was the first one in the ballpark. So as soon as Dwayne and I can figure out a way to kind of work all of this out, there's going to be a tutorial on how to play Status Pro Baseball and Digital Diamond Baseball. That's going to be a treat for me because I really don't do anything with Digital Diamond online. So that's going to be fun. I have such fond memories in the 1990s when I was in college as an undergrad, going to classes and then going to the student union and just playing Status Pro Baseball and APA too. Played a lot of APA, but mostly Status Pro. So this is going to be a nice blast back to the past for me, and I think you guys would really enjoy how to do it, because with Digital Diamond Baseball, you're getting 2 games in 1, and actually 2 with this new version. If you have the physical version of Status Pro Baseball, you can print your own Status Pro cards and roll them up. I'm still waiting for the next update on Pocket Pennant Run. This isn't the huge big league play or, cross era play up league, but he did show, how he's kind of streamlined hits and outs and stuff like that. But so far, nothing. So that's why you haven't seen any Pocket Pennant Run. I just think the game's too young to be doing it a lot on the channel yet. I do want to give it more time to get a little bit. It's pretty stable now, but looking at what they're doing as far as streamlining, recording hits, recording outs, I think a lot of you are going to find that really nice with Pocket Pennant Run. And after, that patch drops and everything seems to be working well, we'll do a game some night here using Pocket Pennant Run's advanced rules. And so that's where you'll start to see ranged plays and stuff like that. So we'll kick it up a notch. But no Pocket Pennant Run, I think, until the next patch drops. And then we'll maybe even figure out something to do with fun with Pocket Pennant Run. Who knows what? I have no idea yet. Let's let it mature a little bit. But a good game. Pick it up, guys. $14.99 for the PDF version. And you get complete access to this amazing piece of software that's going to pop up here, hopefully in a second. There it is. The Pocket Pennant Run software. So you guys have seen I've done a few broadcasts on this. This does like so much, and huge database. If you can imagine in baseball history, Major League Baseball, All-American Girls Professional League, Negro Leagues, whatever, Pocket Pennant Run is a real comer. It really is. So I can't wait to get back and visit this once Craig drops the next update. So $24.99 for the physical game, and it's great. It plays so very well. We are blessed, my friends. We are in a great age of baseball sims, whether you roll them bones or you play digitally or you do both. And that, of course, that brings me to Dwayne Martz, where he is so wonderfully integrated APA, the master game, which scares some people off, but beautifully done in his the pre-bats expansion league that cousin Ken played offline and himself said that was among the most fun he's ever played in a project in all the years he's been rolling cards and dice. So if you're an APA player, pick up the pre-bats expansion league, and also the post expansion league. It's also good too, the other one. If you're in doubt, watch how nicely Dwayne Martz integrates the APA master game into Digital Diamond. Digital Diamond, of course, is system agnostic, but so is Pocket Pennant Run. So there you go. But the way Dwayne works it, it's beautiful, and he can knock out a game in like maybe 40 minutes. He has said like offline 35 to 40 minutes, but he's doing commentary. So hopefully Dwayne does have some tutorials up on his channel for playing APA in Digital Diamond Baseball. Dave Gardner, of course, has some stuff up there too, and using Digital Diamond and whatever. But we have a great community here. Even though I'm not part of that community anymore, Fields of Dreams Baseball doing really well. So I'm really glad those guys are kicking it forward. Now, I listened in on one of their broadcasts the other day. I don't know if this is still true. I think they're looking. I don't know if they're looking for 2 owners or if they're just going to contract to 22 teams, but you might want to get in touch with Steve Tate about that and see what they're doing. I'm not sure. I had to drop out of that league. I just couldn't do the commitment part. So that's going on. So a lot of good stuff going on around the community. Got to see our Red Sox fan play some Strat cards and dice the other night, which was a lot of fun. Bernie Strom with his projects. So join up. If you're somebody that's been leaving comments, and I've been getting a lot of nice comments, thank you, in the channel. Join, and I'm not talking about join my channel, just join the community. We really have a fantastic, knowledgeable bunch of baseball cranks here, and it's so much fun. And I look forward to it. So glad you came by, David. I miss you guys. So, but I know that things are going well with the Fields of Dreams Baseball League. And I hope it keeps rolling on for many seasons to come. All right, with that being said, David, thank you also for coming in. And I guess we got all our thanks in. And until next time we meet, gents, either tomorrow night or Sunday or both, be safe. Again, if you have loved ones, you have friends in the southern states, please reach out, make sure they're okay in the wake of Hurricane Helene. And there are 2 other storms brewing too down there. So let's keep our fingers crossed and all that kind of stuff. And maybe, support whatever efforts we can. Again, this transcends politics. These are lives. Anyhow, guys, till next time, see you round the batting cage.